Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a terrifying story that happened on Mount Tai. Mount Tai is one of the 5 great mountains of China. Standing at approximately 1545 meters, 5,069 feet high. It has been a religious and cultural sanctuary since ancient times. The mountain is majestic and attracts countless people to come and pray. However, there are also many chilling legends about this mysterious mountain. Today the story is about the rumors of parallel dimensions on Mount Tai. On May 1, 2021, during the Labor Day holiday, I decided to go to Mount Tai alone and hike at night to watch the sunrise. The night on Mount Tai seemed especially mysterious, with the wind howling through the mountains as if whispering ancient tales. It was around 4 a.m. when I reached the summit. The wind was extremely strong, and even though I was wearing a puffer jacket, I felt the cold piercing through. I saw that dawn was breaking and decided to find a place to rest. I sat down behind a trash can next to a small courtyard to block the wind. Strangely, despite being tired and cold, I couldn't fall asleep. Around 5 a.m., I continued to climb up to watch the sunrise. The sunrise was magnificent, with the sunlight piercing through the clouds and illuminating the entire summit. But after watching the sunrise, I felt physically weak and decided to descend immediately. Besides having dinner before the hike, I only had some bread and chocolate during the climb. As I was descending near the Hongmen Gate, one of the starting points of the climb, I encountered many people ascending. Their faces looked unfamiliar, but upon closer inspection, they resembled people I had known in the past. Some were familiar friends, while others were faces I had only seen once or twice. This feeling was very eerie, like a life replayed before one's death. Even stranger, they were all talking, and I could hear their voices, but I couldn't understand the word they were saying. I felt like I was walking continuously, but the scenery around me didn't change at all, as if I were trapped in an endless loop. This feeling of powerlessness was like being pinned down by a ghost, wanting to escape, but unable to muster any strength. Suddenly, a thick fog rose from the foot of the mountain, and quickly enveloped the entire path. Generally, the occurrence of dense fog in May is rare, but at that moment, the fog was so dense that I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, and I had to rely on the faint light from my flashlight to continue. At this moment, a low mooing sound echoed around me, sounding particularly eerie and unsettling in the fog. The mooing was intermittent, sometimes near and sometimes far, as if an invisible cow was wandering around me. I continued down the path as the fog gradually thinned. To my surprise, I found many graves on both sides. These graves looked very old, covered in moss and weeds, with some tombstones even tilted or broken. The strange thing was that I hadn't seen these graves on my way up. It felt as if they had appeared out of nowhere. I began to wonder if I had entered a parallel world. As I continued, the fog suddenly thickened again. I could faintly hear whispers in the fog, the sounds indistinct and seeming to come from all directions. The whispers were sometimes urgent, sometimes low, sending chills down my spine. My scalp tingled, and I felt as if countless eyes were watching me. Each step became heavy and difficult. Suddenly, blurry shadows appeared in the fog, as if someone was moving through it. I stopped, holding my breath, trying to see these shadows clearly, but they always disappeared just as I was about to make them out. I felt a strong sense of unease and fear, and my steps became even heavier. Just as I was about to collapse, a young man suddenly appeared in front of me. He stopped and asked if I needed help. I shook my head and said no. He then asked if I was descending the mountain, and I nodded. The young man suggested we descend together, and I agreed, thinking it would be safer. On the way down, he told me that when he saw me, I was holding my head and sobbing, talking to myself. What shocked me even more was that he said he thought I was contemplating jumping off the rocks. Hearing this, I was stunned because I had no memory of that. I only remembered sitting down to eat my bread, and then seeing this young man approach and talk to me. As we continued descending, the sky gradually brightened, but I felt increasingly uneasy. The young man seemed to notice my anxiety and tried to chat about light topics, but I couldn't help recalling the previous events. The feelings of helplessness, fear, and confusion seemed to be eroding my sanity. When we finally reached the foot of the mountain, I almost collapsed to the ground, filled with doubts and fear. What caused those hallucinations? Why did that young man appear there? These questions remain unanswered, but that experience has left a deep shadow in my heart. Mount Tai, this ancient and mysterious peak, aside from its magnificent natural scenery and long history, may also hide more unsolved mysteries. Have you ever had a similar experience? Have you ever felt inexplicable fear and unease at some point? Feel free to share your stories and thoughts in the comments, and let's explore these mysterious experiences together. If you like such stories, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more real and thrilling stories. Thank you for watching.